Okay, this recipe is for the beef stroganoff dish. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to cut up the mushrooms. You just take the mushrooms, stabilize them. You can even take a little bit of the nub off if it's too wobbly. Curl your fingers and then go ahead and slice. Add it to the rest of your mushrooms. Go ahead and slice the beef. And this is the sirloin that you'll have. And then you'll go ahead, cut it into a more manageable piece. I'm gonna cut it to thirds. And then I'm making sure I'm cutting against the grain. So, okay. Don't have to cut at an angle. You can still cut straight up and down if you want. You just want to make sure you cut it nice and thin. As I can see, there might be some sinew right there, which is a little tough. I'm definitely going to cut across it instead of with it so that it breaks it up, so that when I cook it, it will be nice and tender. Go ahead and put it in the pan, and then we'll go ahead and get our pot ready. So we have our regular two-handed pot. We're going to get it warm and add the oil. While that's warming up, we also have another pot over here with hot water that we will use for the pasta. And I'll go ahead and keep it on the side. Okay, so we're waiting for the pan heat up so that we can go ahead and saute our beef. At this point, while we're waiting, we can season it, and we might season it a little bit more in the pan as well. You might have to do this in 2 batches, and then we'll set it aside. Now that the pan is lightly smoky, we'll go ahead and add half the meat into the meat. For the meat, you really want to just get that really good sear on one side. You don't have to do it on both. You'll go ahead and add your butter to the pan. And you'll add onions and mushrooms. And you'll give that stir. The best part that you want is all this spawn that's on the bottom, so make sure you don't burn the pan. It can be dark brown, but it can't be black. And then I have the heat on medium. I went ahead and added the garlic once the mushrooms have cooked. Cook it until you can, until there's fragrance. And once you can smell the garlic, it's ready for you to add the flour. Okay, go ahead and add the flour. We're going to cook the flour for a good 2 to 4 minutes to make sure that we cook the flour flavor out. If you don't do this, it will taste a little cakey. It's okay that it clumps up. Just go ahead and turn it, stir it, and cook the flour out. Try not to burn it. And then once the flour's cooked out, you'll go ahead and it's very important that you scrape the bottom with the rubber spatula to get all that excess flour that you toasted off of it. And you can see that it's thickening up. And then you'll go ahead and add the cream. Once you add the cream, you want to turn down your heat to low so that you don't break the sauce. Now that you have it well incorporated, you want to take some of the sauce and add it to your sour cream. And then give it a stir so that when you add your sour cream, it doesn't curdle in the pan because it's so hot. So you're tempering the sour cream and trying to bring it to the same temp as your sauce. So go ahead and add that back into the pot. You can also do this procedure in a bowl. It might be easier than the 9 pan. Give it a stir. Keep it on low heat. Don't bring it to a boil. And then you're going to add your Worcestershire sauce. Then you'll add some Dijon mustard and give it a stir. And then we'll go ahead and taste. Make sure it's well incorporated. We're going to add the meat. Okay. Taste it. Need a little salt, a little pepper. Give it a stir, and then I'm going to set it aside. We'll go ahead and make the pasta. So So you have a pot of water that's been getting hot on the side, and that we need to season it. So how do we season pasta water? Is by pretending it's soup and seasoning it with salt. And you taste it, and when you taste it, it should taste like seasoned water. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a taste. Okay, now that it's seasoned, we'll go ahead and use a strainer, and you'll have your pasta that you've cut, and it's ready. We'll go ahead and just drop it in. Give it a stir. It only takes about 30 seconds for fresh pasta, so don't cook it for a long period of time. I kind of just, once it starts to float and I see little bubbles around the pot, it's pretty much ready. And then you can strain it. And if some pasta water in the pan, it's okay. Grab the rest, put it in there, and then we can take our stroganoff sauce and spoon it. I like to do a little sauce, and I incorporate it well with the pasta so that the pasta has the flavor. Okay. And then let's plate it. Okay. I always like to add just a touch of salt just in case, and then we taste it, make sure it tastes good. Once it tastes good, we'll go ahead and plate it. And then you can always put a little bit more sauce on top. And that's your beef stroganoff.